Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to find slope of a line in two different cases. Okay, the one case is when 2 points are given, then how do we find the slope, and the other case is when an equation is given, then how do we find the slope. Let's focus on the first one first. So here x1 y1 is a point and x2 y2 is another point, and you want to find the slope of the line joining those 2 points. Okay, so since this is x1 y1, so this point is x1 y1, then you can see that this will be x1 and then that height is y1, right? Similarly, since this point is x2 y2, then this distance is x2 and then that distance is y2, right? So let me join that with the dotted line. Let me join this as the dotted line. So can you tell me what is this distance? So the total is x2 and then this part is x1, so this distance will be x2 minus x1, and this is same as that one, so x2 minus x1. So how about this one? So this one is the total distance is y2 and then that distance is basically equal to this distance, that will be y1, so this will be basically y2 minus y1. Okay, now the definition of the slope when 2 points are given is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. When the 2 points are given, you assume one point as x1 y1 and the other point as x2 y2. Okay, and then the formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Basically the ratio of this part and that part, okay, is the slope. So if you think like different way, meaning that when you go from this point to that point, you will have to run this much distance and then rise. Okay, so basically the slope is rise over run, so the ratio of rise over run. So from this point to that point, how much distance you go horizontally, that will be the run, and how much distance do you go vertically, that will be the rise. Okay, so the m is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, that is rise over run. Okay, so that's what we got the formula for the slope. Let's take this example. Find the slope of a line that joins 1 comma 2 and then 3 comma negative 1. As we mentioned here, we assume one point as x1 y1 and the other point as x2 y2, so you can take this as x1 y1, this as x2 y2, it doesn't matter. Okay, now use the formula for the slope, and again the slope is denoted by m. Okay, the notation for slope is m. Now we find m equals to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this will be, so y2 is negative 1 minus, and then y1 is 2, right? y2 minus y1, and then the x2 is 3 and then minus 1. So this will be negative 3 over 2. That is the slope of this line segment joining x1 y1 and x2 y2. Alright, let me take another example where a linear equation is given. This is linear equation. What does that mean? So linear equation is the equation where the exponent of x and y are just 1. Okay, if the exponent is greater than 1, it will have different name. For example, if the exponent is 2, then it will be quadratic. The exponent is 3, it will be cubic, like that. Since here the exponent is just 1, it is linear equation. So to find out the slope of the linear equation, the idea is solve for y. Okay, solve for y means you write y by itself and then move everything to the right hand side. Okay, so how do I solve this for y? First of all, you need to subtract ax, right? So negative ax and then negative ax. What do you get? So you will get by equals to negative ax plus c. Then what do you do? So it will be divide by b, divide by b, divide by b, and then you got y equals to negative a over b x, correct, and then plus c over b. So in this case, this is in the form of your familiar form. That familiar form is like, if you compare this with y equals to mx plus b form, then you see that m is the slope, right? So m is the slope, that is negative a over b. So the basic idea is, if an equation is given, then to find out slope and y-intercept, or basically the slope in this case. To find out the slope, what we do is we solve for y, and then the number that multiplies x is the slope. See, the number that multiplies x, anything that multiplies x is the slope here. So in this case the slope is negative a over b. Let me take one example. Find the slope of the line, say 2x minus 3y equals to 5. Okay, how do I find the slope of this line? So here, so 2x minus 3y equals to 5 is the given equation. So the solution will be, let's take the given equation, let's write down the given equation again, minus 3y equals to 5. Now to find out the slope, what you do is you just solve for y, meaning that you write this equation, in the equation you write y by itself and then move everything on the other side. So you need to subtract 2x on both sides. So what you get? You get that will cancel, negative 3y equals negative 2x plus 5. Makes sense? The next thing is you divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3. So what do you get? You get y equals to, because you cancel that 3 and 3, right? So this is y equals to negative 2 over negative 3 will be 2/3 x. Makes sense? And then minus 5/3. Okay, so minus 5/3. So here the slope is the 2/3. So slope is 2/3. M equals to 2/3 in this case. Okay, so this is how we find slope of a line if 2 points are given or if an equation is given. So this is how we find the equation of the line.